Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have 3 great freezer-friendly meals that you can make in advance and enjoy anytime you need a quick meal. Alright, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Welcome, come on in, make yourselves comfortable. I'm in the kitchen today, my favorite place on this channel, and today we are doing some meal prep for the freezer. So what's inspired this video today, my father-in-law is actually having surgery, so I thought I would whip up some meals to take over to him that he can heat up really easily, doesn't have to cook, he can store in his freezer until he needs them. Alright, and let's get right into it with recipe number 1. Alright, so our first recipe is going to be a delicious tortellini bake. So I've picked up some of this cheese tortellini, but get whatever flavor tortellini is, you know, your favorite. And this will make 1 large 9x13 dinner, or for me, I'm doing 2 of these smaller ones because it's just my father-in-law. So you can kind of separate that however you want to, but that's how we're doing it. So I've got my tortellini, I got a pound. I have some green peas, but you could also pick any other frozen veggie that you like, broccoli or cauliflower or whatever. I also have a rotisserie chicken because I'm trying to make this easy, you guys. I also have a jar of alfredo sauce. I have some pesto. And I also have some, well, this is asiago, but you could use parmesan or whatever your favorite sort of Italian cheese is. All right, we're gonna start with our rotisserie chicken. I'm actually going to use this in another recipe as well, because obviously to save money, using the same ingredient a couple times is going to be the most efficient. But I am going to just cut it up now. This is kind of a small rotisserie chicken, geez, Meyer. It'll be fine for what we need. I'm gonna go ahead and take the leg and the wing and the thigh off and save those. All right, now we're left with the breasts, and I'm going to just cut these up. It should come apart pretty easily. This chicken is cool, as you can imagine, because I just ripped it apart with my hands. It's definitely not a hot chicken. All right, now I'm going to throw all of my chicken into a bowl so we can start mixing everything up. Another reason I like rotisserie chicken is because it's already seasoned and it's already got great flavor. Next, I'm going to add my tortellini. Break up any big chunks in there. Now I'm going to add my peas. I think broccoli would be really delicious in this instance as well, but I already had peas, so that's what I'm gonna use. Oh, got some pea chunks in there. Now I'm going to add my entire jar of Alfredo. Use whatever brand you like the best. Next, I have some pesto, and you only need a little bit of pesto. It just has so much flavor. I'm putting in about a tablespoon of pesto. Now I'm just going to mix it all together. I love these little containers. I bought these at Dollar Tree, and they are so super handy. If you wanted to eat this right away, you definitely could. I will leave all the cooking times for the recipes down below, but if it's fresh, you wanna bake about 35 minutes. From frozen, it could take, you know, an hour or more. And now I'm just gonna take some of this cheese and sprinkle it on the top. Now I do like to put plastic wrap over these because I find that the paper will stick really badly to your food in the freezer, and we don't want that. So I'm just gonna put a little barrier on there. And then we can seal it up. And don't forget to write what it is and the instructions to reheat it right on the top. All right, for our next recipe, we are going to make just a classic chicken dinner. I've got the rest of my rotisserie chicken, some gravy, a packet of potatoes, and some stuffing. And this might seem really simple, but a lot of times people don't think about eating this type of food if it's like not Thanksgiving time. And if you get a rotisserie chicken, you could use a whole one if you're feeding a whole family. This is a super easy thing to just make and put away and have when you're ready. I'm gonna start off with my stuffing, and I'm just gonna make it according to the instructions right on the box. Now we are going to make our potatoes the same way, just following the instructions. Of course, you could make these from scratch if you wanted, but the name of the game is budget friendly, and it's a lot easier to get one packet of potatoes than a whole bunch of them and, you know, all the ingredients that you need. So I'm trying to keep it budget friendly today, but you know, if you want to make your own potatoes, go for it. All right, now it's time to assemble. Again, if you used a whole rotisserie chicken and the whole box of stuffing and the whole thing of potatoes, you could do this in a large family-sized pan. But again, I'm using these small ones for my father-in-law. So I'm just gonna put our chicken in there. The wings. I'm gonna throw in our delicious stuffing. Honestly, I love this like type of meal. It's like one of my favorites. It smells so good. You can eat stuffing at other times of year besides Thanksgiving, you guys. It's good all the time. They sell it all the time. And now I'm just gonna gravy it. And I don't want my chicken to dry out, so I'm actually gonna gravy the chicken as well. And there we go, chicken dinner's ready for the freezer. All right, for our last recipe, I'm going to make a stuffed lasagna roll. This is a lot faster and easier than actually assembling a whole lasagna. So I've just got my lasagna noodles. I've got my sauce of choice, which is just a classic marinara, ricotta cheese, an egg. Here we have some Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. You could add meat to this if you want, however, my father-in-law does not eat beef, so we're just skipping the meat. Plus, if you didn't already know, ricotta is full of protein, so in this case I've decided it's not necessary, but you could definitely add maybe an Italian sausage to this or something if you wanted to. So even though these are oven-ready lasagna noodles, that's all Aldi had, so that's what I'm using. I'm gonna go ahead and boil them because I do need them to be flexible in order for us to achieve what we're going for here. All right, now let's make our filling. Also, I forgot to mention, I am going to be using this asiago cheese again, but you could use parmesan or mozzarella if that's what floats your boat. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my whole tub of ricotta here. This is a 15-ounce tub. I'm going to add an egg, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. I've got some Italian seasoning mix here, but use whatever spices you have. If all you have is oregano or if you have some basil, that'll be just fine. Fresh parsley also does really nice in here. I would say there's about maybe half a tablespoon in there, maybe a little more. Mix that up. Now I'm going to add some of this Parmesan cheese or asiago, probably about like a quarter of a cup there. Want it to be delicious. I usually prefer asiago over Parmesan. I find that the flavor is just a little bit stronger and it'll just come through a little bit better. I don't know if that's just the brands I'm using or whatnot, but sound off in the comments, asiago versus Parmesan. What do you think? All right, first thing I'm gonna do is just cover the bottom with a layer of sauce. Take a nice big scoop of my ricotta. Get it all in there. And basically just roll it on up into a nice little pillow. All right, now that we have our lasagna rolls, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of dress them a bit. I'm going to cover them in sauce. And you could definitely use a white sauce too if you like that more. I do have the tiniest little bit of ricotta left, so I'm just gonna put a little dollop on top of each one. And then this is totally optional, but I just remembered that my son Desmond picked out this Italian style cheese blend at Aldi, and I like haven't used it for anything, so we might as well put some cheese on there. And there we go, 2 more meals. And there we go, more delicious and more affordable than the TV dinners that you find at the store, and a lot more satisfying because I think there's probably 2 servings in each of these easily. So I think he's really going to appreciate this, and yeah, super easy. All right, you guys, I'm all finished. It took me just a little over an hour to get all of those meals made. So definitely a huge time saver, whether you're making them for yourself and your family or somebody else who might be in need. I hope that this maybe gave you a little bit of inspiration. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And of course, come on back for more of this type of content. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.